The following is a production of Notch 6 Media.
It's the Notch 6 online podcast, episode number 47. In this episode, we do something we haven't done before. Number one, we're giving you an episode on Thanksgiving evening. And number two, we're going to give you a couple of great deals for the holiday season, not only through the Madison Poster Company, but Ken Bianco Jr. from Trainland and Train World on the East Coast joins us to talk about some of his favorite items for giving and receiving this holiday season. If you're thinking about what to get for your significant other that likes trains or what to buy for yourself, it's a great episode to listen to. It's all ahead on this episode of Notch 6.
This is the Notch 6 online podcast. Notch 6 is the podcast dedicated to O-gauge trains. Whether you're collecting, operating, or just getting started, Notch 6 is your home for O-gauge news, events, and interviews. Now here is your host, Derek Thomas.
Well, welcome into another episode of Notch 6, the only online show dedicated to the world of O-gauge trains. I'm your host, Derek Thomas. We're so happy to have you here for another episode. Whether you've been in O-gauge trains for a long time, going back to a holiday long ago when you received your first train set, whether you're just getting reintroduced to the hobby after a hiatus, or whether you're somewhere in between, we are your online source for breaking news, interviews, and so much more in the world of O-gauge, and today is no different. For those of you who are listening on Thanksgiving evening, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you've had a great Thanksgiving so far. We know many of you will listen to this episode after Thanksgiving, and so if it's after Thanksgiving, whether it's Black Friday, whether you're traveling home after the Thanksgiving holiday, or whether you're back at work sometime between Thanksgiving and the Christmas holiday, thanks so much for listening. We're glad to have you here for another episode. This episode is going to be a little bit different in that we're going to have a holiday gift guide of sorts. Now, we're not going to talk about anything new necessarily, but we're going to get the opinion of an East Coast train dealer who they are one of the largest volume dealers on the East Coast, and that is Ken Bianco Jr., who is one of the men behind Trainland and Train World out in the East Coast. So, we're going to bring Ken in here in a little bit, and he's going to chat with me, and we're going to talk about some of our favorite gifts to give and receive for O-gauge train fans this holiday season. But I wanted to kick this episode off and tell you guys about something that I'm really excited about. It's our own holiday promotion that we're going to run, and that's through the Madison Poster Company, which is our other company besides Notch 6. What the Madison Poster Company does, we do reproductions of classic Lionel dealer posters. Many of you who listen to the show are already familiar with our poster for the first year. It's the D145 Dealer Display Mural. It is a nice, colorful mural that this is the first time it's ever been reproduced since the originals came out. And one of the things I don't think people understand about the original is they're really hard to find. The last original copy of the D145 that sold for almost $18,000. And that was just in the last year. So a tough mural to find. It's very colorful. It looks great on the walls of any train room. Anyway, most of you are familiar with the product already. So what are we going to do for the holidays to make it even better? Well, you guys have been phenomenal this year in stepping up to the plate, taking a first-year business, and turning it into something that I feel has been really successful. So, for those of you that have not ordered a poster yet, I want to do something to give you more during this holiday season. So, we are introducing the Madison Poster Gift Bundle. So, here's what we're going to do. Between now, right now, you can go to our website, madisonposter.com. It's already there. Between now and January 5th, 2015, if you order either one of our posters, we have a small version that's perfect for the home office or a large version. And the large version is a 7-foot poster that is just a really stunning tribute to the original, which were 16 foot wide. Anyhow, if you go to our website, madisonposter.com, and order either one of our original posters, we're going to give you more than you could have ever bargained for. We're going to include an 11 by 14 Angela Trotta Thomas print. The print is called Toyland Express. And those of you who've been collecting the magazine Classic Toy Trains for some time will remember this print on the cover. It features a Lionel dealer display layout, and our D145 mural is hanging on the back wall of this toy department. So Angela has graciously agreed to let us reproduce a print, and this print hasn't been available for quite some time. So you'll receive an 11 by 14 print of Toyland Express, compliments of the Madison Poster Company and Angela Trotta Thomas, as part of the package at no additional charge. So if you go order a poster, you get a second free print. But I'm not done there. Oh, no. We wanted to do even more than that. The Lionel Collectors Club of America introduced a great series of made in the United States billboards. It's been about a year ago. The tooling was all done here in the U.S. The inserts are all done here in the U.S. And so I wanted to do even more. Not only when you order one of our posters, and it can be either the large one or the small one, doesn't matter which one you order, you will receive the Angela Trotta Thomas 11 by 14 Toyland Express print. You will also receive an LCCA made in the United States billboard with 2 custom inserts, one from the Madison Poster Company featuring the D145 mural on one side, and the other side of the billboard features Angela Trotta Thomas and the Toyland Express print. It's perfect for any O-gauge layout. So, that's what we're going to do. Any poster ordered between now and January 5th, 2015 receives those free gifts courtesy of the Madison Poster Company, the Lionel Collectors Club of America, and Angela Trotta Thomas. It's over $75 in free product, all for the normal price of just ordering a poster. Oh, we're going to do one more thing too. Free shipping. So now you have a D145 dealer display mural. You have an 11 by 14 Angela Trotta Thomas print that hasn't been done in years. You have an LCCA made in the USA billboard with 2 custom inserts that you can't get anywhere else. And we're going to ship it to you if you go ground domestic shipping. So it's ground domestic USPS priority mail shipping for free. And all at the regular cost of a poster. It's just my way of saying thank you so much to our listeners and to our customers who have made 2014 a great year. And we really appreciate everything you've done. I appreciate everything that you have done, those of you who've already ordered posters. We are already working on the year 2 artwork, and we have another great poster on deck for you for next year. But like I said, just wanted to find a way to give you guys a little something extra during this holiday season. Again, the website is madisonposter.com. 2 very special gift packages and bundles are there on the website right now, and they are yours to take advantage of. I hope you will check it out. And like I said, we're not giving you less, we're giving you more this holiday season. So there is our first gift to you this Thanksgiving evening as we move into Black Friday and this holiday shopping season. A lot to be thankful for, and like I said, thank you so much, guys, for everything that you've done this year. We're going to spend the second half of this episode talking with Ken Bianco Jr., as I mentioned at the top of the show. And Ken is a really young entrepreneur. You know, I sit around a lot and I hear a lot of guys talk about, the O-gauge hobby dying. Ken and I are 2 of the youngest guys involved in the business side of this hobby. Ken being even younger than I am at the age of 27 and has major part in one of the largest train stores on the East Coast. And a guy that's excited about the hobby, is very knowledgeable about the hobby, and really just has his head on straight. And he's a guy that I'm really proud to call a friend, and so happy we finally got him onto this show. He's one of those guys that you're going to want to watch and keep an eye on over the next few years as he continues to develop his business with his father over on the East Coast. And they have a great store there, and they will be more than happy to take care of any O-gauge needs you have this holiday season. So without any further ado, Ken Bianco Jr. and I sit down and talk about some of our favorite products for the 2014 holiday season. And word has it that they have a special gift for you at the end of the program, too. You might want to stick around and see what that is. It's all here. Sit back, relax, and let's put it in Notch 6.
This is Notch 6, your first source for breaking news and in-depth interviews in the world of O-gauge.
Well, welcome back to this special episode of Notch 6. I hope this episode finds you stuffed with turkey, cranberry sauce, and everything else that your family loves to make for Thanksgiving. It only seemed appropriate here for Thanksgiving afternoon into Black Friday and really the kickoff of the holiday shopping season that we take a few minutes, talk about special things that are going on at the Madison Poster Company, and also wanted to get the opinion of somebody from out in the train world, and I use that pun and it's a very bad pun, and I'll be the first one to admit that. To welcome into the show Ken Bianco Jr. He's one of the men behind Train World and Trainland out on the East Coast. They're one of the largest O-Gauge retailers in the United States. You know him from YouTube as the host of Train World TV, an excellent program that really goes beyond where Notch 6 can go in terms of being able to show folks videos and visuals of these new products. Ken, welcome to the show. It's great to have you aboard.
Great being here. Thank you so much, Derek. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really exciting that we finally get to hook up and talk, and this seems like a great time of year to do it. I think if anybody has ever met you or talked to you, I think one of the neat things about you is you are one of the young business entrepreneurs in this hobby. That you're even younger than I am at the ripe age of 27. We're the babies in this thing.
Without a doubt, but it's a good thing because the youth is here to stay, and I'm glad to also be a part of your show today. And I think we're doing great things for the industry.
I agree with you, and it's our job to be out here and be relevant. And like I said, that's the purpose of programs like Notch 6, like Train World TV, is to find a way to use technology to the advantage of the hobby and basically spread the good news of O-Gauge. I guess that's one way to look at it. Our purpose here today, though, is to talk about some of the hot items coming up for the holiday season. And we're going to keep this a kind of a short program, but we wanted to spend a few minutes talking to Ken about some of the items that they carry in the store that really are just going to be great gifts for you, for somebody who likes trains. I always joke with my wife, you really don't need to get me anything for Christmas because I've already looked through the catalogs. I figured what I want already, and so I'll just go buy my own Christmas gift. She doesn't like that, but
right.
The reality is that's the purpose of this episode. If you're thinking about things to get for yourself, well, this is a great episode for you, or something for the grandkids, etc. So we've got a list of things we're going to run down here. One of the first things on the list, and this has been a staple in the Lionel line for, almost 30 years now, is the Lionel Christmas boxcar. What do you think of the boxcar this year, and what makes it special?
Well, the boxcar, every year they have a new boxcar, year stamp dated boxcar, and we have two things about our store. We have retail locations, and we also sell mail order. Every year, people all over, they come in the store and they need a gift to give to their husband, their children, their wives, and it's always the Christmas dated boxcar. It's just one of those staples that everybody has to have. So it's a great piece. It's a quick add-on because everybody has a train set, So
right.
Everybody has that Lionel train set, and if they're not, they're getting the starter set. But this is the perfect add-on car where they could just buy it as a gift and then use it for years to come.
Right, and it's a piece that doesn't necessarily break the bank either, so to speak. So it's something that most folks don't feel bad for buying for somebody else because it's not something that's going to drain your wallet and make you go, oh my gosh, what did I just do?
Right, exactly. It's a great gift. It's not too expensive. It's a great gift to give. You could wrap it up, and I would say you could maybe squeeze it in a big stocking.
There you go. That's a good place for it because everybody knows that the big trains like the Vision Line Big Boy go under the tree, but at least the boxcar you can stick in the stocking.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
The Christmas boxcar, of course, being kind of the safe bet for family members to get for the train related people in their lives. Something that's a little more I don't want to call it entry level, but I guess it is entry level, is the 10th anniversary Polar Express Lion Chief set. It's hard to believe the movie's been out 10 years already.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And what this movie has done for the hobby is just incredible. I mean, every year, no matter how long, already 10 years, but still the theme is Polar Express, Polar Express. Kids come in the store and all they talk about is this movie, Polar Express, and they want the exact train that they see in the movie. And, all these channels, ABC, NBC, all these Channel 7, cable, every single station plays the movie all the time, so the kids know the movie and they want to see around their trains.
Very cool. Now I got to ask you guys, as the Bianco family and being immersed in trains 24/7, 365, can you guys still make time to watch the movie during the holidays? Do you find yourself leaving it on, or do you immediately change the channel?
You know what? We most of the time we play it during the holiday season in the store. But it's very hard to get a full play-by-play. But yes, I have seen the movie.
Very cool. I can't imagine after basically a full month of holiday season of that running in the store. I bet you guys can quote it in your sleep.
Oh yeah, that, and also the holiday time music, 24/7.
Oh man. Well, let's talk a little bit more about this set. What makes the 10th anniversary Lion Chief set a little bit different from say the earlier releases of the set, and what makes this a good fit for a family just getting started in O-Gauge?
Well, the 10th anniversary is actually a special edition where you do get the special decals that do say 10th anniversary, and it's the 10th anniversary from when the movie was first shown. And this set is actually a great price point compared to the regular set, because you are getting the girder bridge, the special decals, different announcements, and also the handrails on the locomotive is separately applied. So it is a better set, a better bang for the buck at the same price.
Very nice. And something that I think is important to let folks know, especially about the Lion Chief set, one of the big advantages, at least in my opinion, of the Lion Chief line is the fact that Lionel has really gone out of the way to simplify the setup of an O-Gauge train. Gone are the days of the Transformer. Really, the cool thing about Lion Chief is it's plug the wall wart in, plug the wall wart into the track, turn the remote on, and go. It's almost idiot-proof.
Yeah, without a doubt, Lion Chief has definitely changed and, propelled the train industry to newer standards, and to have really specialized for kids and adults where you really have fun with trains. You could walk around the train table, you could sit on your couch, and you could run the train, play the announcements. It's really interactive. We have a couple of tables set up here with some trains and with the Lion Chief remote sets. We can't get the kids to leave the table. It's just unbelievable. And for some of the novices out there, this also comes with the Lionel Fast Track, which it's a lot easier than the old tubular track. You could just snap it together, 1, 2, 3, you put it on the carpet, the tile, the floor, you don't have to worry about anything. So, it's becoming very simple, easy to put together for sure.
And that, I think, is important, especially as the technology continues to evolve in these trains. Finding a way to take that technology and use it to make it easier for folks to get into this hobby, I think, is a real big advantage, and it'll be interesting to see how that continues to evolve. We see, this line of plug-and-play accessories coming out from Lionel in the next year, and it looks like Lionel's taking a really directed approach at finding ways to make it easier to get started in the hobby.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And with the Lionel Chief or Lion Chief remote control, they're trying to, kind of coincide it with the gaming technology and, make them feel like they're playing the video game, but they're not. It's great hands-on, interactive, entertainment for the kids, for the family coming together. So it's still a great hobby, but you have those aspects where it's cool again. You could get up, you could play the announcements, you could even race your friends. I mean, it's totally different. It has taken trains to a whole different level, definitely propelled the industry to new standards, and that's one of the biggest things. These remote controls has given the industry some life again, because the Transformers, it's great, conventional, but, certain people, they do like to hold the remote. So now there's two different options out there, and it's great to see the kids and also adults, use the remotes and just have a ball with it.
Yeah, and to have that flexibility to get up and move around and not necessarily have to sit by the transformer is a big leap forward, because we all know kids like to run around the Christmas tree and play with things.
Without a doubt.
So we're going to move on to something that I feel like we have talked to death about on this program. But, I mean, the reality is, you and I were talking before we went on the air here, and this is the piece, the monster. It has been the word on everybody's lips really for the past, gosh, we're almost going on 14, 15 months now since the initial announcement. It's the Union Pacific Vision Line Big Boy, and it's maybe almost here, but we've got to talk about it for a few minutes. Right. What's your reaction to this piece?
You know, this big boy is the biggest O-Gauge announcement. I mean, this is a blockbuster, home run, slam dunk piece. If you don't know what a big boy is, you got to look it up. This is the biggest announcement for a long time. The back orders that we have taken has surpassed any O-Gauge pre-order before. I mean, this thing is just amazing. The detail, the quality that Lionel has taken to create this. This is definitely going to be something special. It does have the depleting coal load, which is something that's new, different, and the big boy is just one of those trains. Wheel configuration. It's just you see it running. There's videos out there. There's a lot of specials going on. It's just unbelievable, and I don't know what it is, but it has taken off just ridiculously, and a lot of places, even Lionel, is sold out. They were built to order, and fortunately, we do have some extras, but it's a very, very limited quantity. Everybody's clawing to get their hands on this piece for sure.
That's interesting that you say, because there's been speculation for months whether or not the hobby shops would order a few extras, and it sounds like with you guys being one of the larger East Coast dealers, you guys decided to take that chance and get a few extras. But when you say limited quantities, you mean limited quantities. This isn't something that you guys are going to overstock 40 or 50 of them, correct?
No. Without a doubt. The orders have been coming in so fast. Every distributor, retailer I speak to, it's across the board. Everybody is seeing the demand on these engines. It is extremely scarce, limited quantities. So if you haven't placed your pre-order, definitely try to get one in if they're not already sold out. We did stock extras, but I am just flabbergasted by the total demand of this. It's just unbelievable. And again, this was a built-to-order, so I'm sure you discussed this in the past with the Lionel going in the built-to-order program, but we did buy a couple extra pieces, so definitely get those in. They did make a couple of different road names. Certain ones were a little more popular, so you got to check the stock selection.
This is definitely a big boy toy, literally, and the price tag is not cheap, but in terms of what you're getting in terms of features, and we even found out at York that Lionel has thrown in some extra goodies into this engine that weren't even announced when it came out in the catalog in the initial announcements. So it's a big boy toy. It's not cheap on the wallet, but if you are looking for the crown jewel of your collection, it sounds like this engine is going to be the one. And it's funny. I've talked to a bunch of different dealers, and what I've heard this compared to is the first time the 700E was rerun back in the early 90s, and we were both young whippersnappers at that point. I don't think we could. There's no way we could even remember that, but that's. I'm sure your dad has to remember the kind of demand that was there when the Scale Hudson was re-released, and that's sure. When I talk to a lot of people, that's what they say this looks like. It's the same kind of demand that was seen almost 25 years ago when the Scale Hudson returned. So, do I think we have a new legend in the making? Yeah, I do.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is a piece that people are just buying to display. I mean, this is the piece that you want to put on top of your mantle. You want to bring it into work. You want to show off this piece because it is just absolutely gorgeous. And if people ever see this in your office or in your train room or in your collection, this is serious. I mean, people just look at this in awe. So I know a couple of guys who just went crazy and selected one of each on road numbers. So and it's a hefty toll. So without a doubt, this is the hottest piece for this year, if not decade.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm so excited now. I went and asked my elves at the North Pole, and they told me to talk to you. If you were a betting man and you asked Santa if one of these would happen to be under the tree this year, what do you think the chances are that somebody might find this engine under their tree on December 25th?
Well, I have a pretty good feeling Santa will deliver in time, but I can't guarantee anything.
We'll take that as yes, maybe, and we'll cross our fingers.
You got
I know. Right now, the last couple of weeks, everybody's all hopped up on Berkshire madness with the new Legacy Berkshires having come in, and
right.
I'm excited to be playing with my new one. So hopefully, the big boy is just around the corner. Moving forward, something for the modern guys. MTH has an ES44 AC Imperial diesel with Proto 3. It's the GE Evolution diesel locomotive. Tell me about these engines. You guys have had a lot of success with this engine once already. Tell me why this engine is so cool.
Oh my God. If someone actually sees this on video, you got to check this thing out. It is just unbelievable, and it is a real engine. A lot of people think it's just made up or whatever, but it was an actual engine. And the charging lights is such a unique feature. The first time around MTH came out with it, we were overloaded with orders. I mean, it was unbelievable. They were just coming in left and right, and we were already sold out by the time we got in our shipment. So after MTH saw the amount we ordered, they had to come out with the second release. So we're taking back orders now, and hopefully it will be in before Christmas time. But if you don't have one, or even if you do, just to run it back to back, this is something unique. I mean, the charging lights on the engine is so cool. I mean, you don't have to be a train fan to like it. It is just unique, different, and it catches your eye for sure.
Absolutely, and I want to explain the charging lights a little bit further to people who've never seen this engine. There is a set of chase lights that runs almost the entire way around the engine along the walkway, and it's almost a sparkle effect as these chase lights go up and down the engine, and it's just really cool. Somebody posted a video on YouTube the other day of three of these engines running together, and it's just this giant cloud of diesel smoke and green flashing charging lights. It just looked like something almost out of a sci-fi movie, but it's a real engine.
Yeah, it is, and it's also the Rail King line where it's affordable. And I think a lot of MTH's engines, it's great that they offer two different lines, because for someone who doesn't want to spend $1,000 or $2,000 for an engine, this is affordable, and you're still getting a great engine.
You're getting a lot of bang for your buck in terms of you're getting the neat visual effects, but without the crazy price tag.
Without a doubt.
Very cool. Something else I want to talk to you about, and I'm glad you made mention of this in your notes, is for the conventional, traditional operators out there, we don't want them to feel like they're left out. And you guys during the holidays are going to run a really nice sale on Williams Diesel, starting at $99, steam for $199. What makes the Williams line such a great fit for the traditional operators?
Oh my God, traditional operators love Williams engines. I mean, they call up all over the world. I speak to a bunch of guys out of the States and throughout America, and they just are so impressed about how many freight cars or passenger cars these engines could pull. I mean, they are true workhorses. A lot of the engines have dual can motors. It's just a great quality engine. They pull a ton of freight cars, and it's a great, affordable price. I mean, a lot of times guys want to collect different engines and may have different flavors that they want to try. And with Williams, you could collect them all. So it's definitely great.
Yeah, and something I want to say on the $199 price tag, the engine you're getting for $199 isn't a cheap plastic steam engine. These are fully die-cast engine, die-cast tenders, and these are semi-scale Hudsons for $199. And if I believe that these also have the True Blast steam whistle and bell in them, so you're getting sound, smoke, die-cast for under $200. That's amazing.
Derek, you should work here because you are a great seller on this. It is truly amazing. I mean, it just has it all, the steam engines. It's truly a great locomotive, and like you said, it's something that's not cheap. It's going to last you. I mean, if you drop this thing on your foot, it's going to hurt.
Yes, it is. Trust me. Having come close a couple of times, die-cast engine and bare toes do not work well together. We won't discuss that anymore. But I mean, the thing with Williams has been for years, folks have said, look, if you want a reliable engine, it's a no-frills, solid built piece,
right,
with a great price tag. Williams is your bang for the buck. And you know what amazes me is, as many diehard Lionel guys, as many diehard MTH guys as there are, there's also a diehard Williams camp that gets behind these things and just, will bleed Williams gray if you cut them.
Without a doubt, Derek. And you know what I hear also? I hear a lot of guys, they do collect their mics. They do collect their Lionel. But sometimes they just want an engine they could bang around and run out there. Because, some of these engines are so pricey, they don't want to take it to the club layout. They don't want to, ruin the appearance or anything. So they use these engines to run. And that's a great thing that Williams is offering.
Yeah, I agree with you. Following up with one last piece as we kind of start to wind down this holiday guide, and before we talk about some of the special things that you guys are doing for the holidays, I want to circle back to the Lion Chief again for this second. If you're not into the Polar Express, but you're looking for a solid train that is, I don't want to say necessarily more contemporary, but if you're looking for something that's going to stay up year-round, that makes a lot of sense. The Lion Chief Plus GP7 locomotives just arrived. Tell me a little bit about why those are a little different than the regular Lion Chief line and some of the extra features that those offer.
Well, the Lion Chief Plus gives you some great features. You're getting the uncoupling couplers where you could control from the remote. And it's a beautiful, you could either get a steam locomotive or engine. We have a layout in the store, and once people get their hands on this, it is just something that they keep on coming back for. And what's great about the Lion Chief Plus is the simplicity. I mean, Legacy, a lot of our customers sometimes get a little intimidated by the Legacy unit. And something like this, they could control it not knowing anything about trains, So they're getting a great engine, great sounds. I mean, the crew talk, everything is just up to snuff. You're getting a great locomotive, either steam or diesel, and you're able to run it either conventional or with the Lion Chief Plus remote. So you're actually getting an engine with two different features, which is a great thing. So you could run it both ways, either conventional for yourself, or if you want to run it with the remote, you could do that. Or let's say your kid wants to run it with the remote, that's fine as well.
Yeah, and I think you bring up a really good point. When I think about the Lion Chief Plus line in the holidays, I think about, grandparents that already have a pre-existing layout, but they want that item that they can trust their grandkids with, that they can let their grandkids control, and yet still when the grandkids aren't around, they can use it as a workhorse on their layout. And these kind of engines seem to fit the bill because you can introduce your grandkids to the technology that's in these trains, but when they're done, you can flip it back to conventional and away you go.
Right, without a doubt. And again, these price points aren't, astronomical. I mean, it's within under 500. I would say the selling price for us between 200 to 400. So you're in that mid-price range. You're getting a quality locomotive, die-cast metal locomotive body, frame, trucks, the rail sounds RC sound system with the steam chuffing and background sounds, whistle, bell, and user active announcements. You're really getting all the bells and whistles with this locomotive. And, I really do see a switch in, where people are used to their conventional, but they're starting to see the benefits of Lion Chief Plus, and they're liking that they could get up, just put it on their layout and walk around, or even race. I mean, you're racing with trains.
And I'm sure it's been done before, but not in a way like this. And like I said, that ability to move around really is cool. I'm curious, now that you guys have been carrying the Lion Chief product for a couple of years, what are some of the reactions that you get from families that have bought these sets in the holidays? Do you see them come back after the holidays, and what's their reaction once they've had a set for a few months? Do you see them adding on to the sets? What kind of feeling do you get from them?
Yeah, actually, with the kids, I really see a huge, really great positive feedback. Because trains is something that, sometimes kids, they've never seen before, or they heard about, or they see all the shows with trains, or under a Christmas tree, you think trains. And when you show a kid or someone who's not used to trains, a remote control, and they're controlling the train, it is just like candy. They just want it, they gotta have it, and after you make that first sale, they're coming back. They want to get their brother or sister engine so they could have it, and then they could put it on the same track and race, or they could put it on a different track and race. So there's this adding on feature where you could run multiple engines. And what's great about the Lion Chief Plus is you could run each engine comes with their remote control. So if you get a Santa Fe engine, it comes with the Santa Fe remote control. If you get a Mikado, it comes with the remote control. So you're running multiple trains with different remote controls in the same place. It's just unbelievable.
It's very neat, and like I said, I think you and I both agree that this is technology that is groundbreaking and changing the way that we play with our trains, and it's neat to see that happen, and especially for guys like you and I, that we're going to be here to watch what happens in the next 15, 20, 30 years, and I sit around and I wonder about that sometimes, what it's going to look like 15, 20 years down the road, and we're lucky enough that we're going to be the ones that get to sit and watch it. And I think you and I are both excited for the same reason, that we see this technology that's coming, and I personally believe in this technology having the ability. Trains are captivating enough on their own, but once you start packing the technology into these trains and giving the kids the freedom to run around with these things, I think you open up a whole new world.
Yeah, without a doubt, Derek. And I think Lionel kind of just scratched on the surface. I mean, now you're also getting other companies in the mix. I mean, MTH announced the iPod Wi-Fi, where you could run trains on that, and also Bachman Williams starting to introduce where you could run on Bluetooth technology. I mean, this is the starting of something, a revelation in the train industry, and it's just touching on the cusp of the industry. It's just unbelievable. So it's definitely an exciting time to be in trains.
It really is. And so we're going to wrap this up we've talked about products that we think are exciting, that we think would make great gifts this year. Let's talk about what Train World and Trainland can do for our listeners and your customers who are thinking from a wallet-conscious standpoint. The first thing I want to highlight, and you can go into a little bit more depth on this, is your email list that goes out is really, really important. Why do people need to go sign up for your email list?
Well, it's if you're into trains, and you want to save money, or you're looking for the hot items, or looking for a great deal. I mean, our emails is the place to be. Definitely sign up because we have. You could sign up by scale, so you're not bombarded. If you don't want O gauge, you could sign up for N scale. But if you just want O gauge, you just get O gauge. And we always do blockbuster events. They call us the closeout kings because we always buy it all and sell it at a great discount. So make sure you're signed up.
Where do folks go to get on that email list?
So if they go to trainworld.com, they could just sign up and go to click here to sign up for email sales and early buys.
And there's a pretty good chance that you guys are going to send some emails here within the next few weeks with some good deals in them, correct?
Without a doubt, we always have new closeouts, new deals going on between Williams building sales, GG1 special Williams. We have great tons of product prices. And Derek, I also have a surprise for you and your listeners as well, if you don't mind me saying something.
Yes, tell me. I like surprises.
So my father and I discussed, and we thought it would be a great way to introduce ourselves to your listeners and to thank your listeners as well for having me myself on, and thanking you for having myself on. We do have a code word for you guys. So it is called Notch 6. So just type that in or mention it over the phone, and you'll get 10% off. Now, no new releases, in-stock items only.
Okay.
Can't be combined with any other offers, and it does expire December 2nd of 2014, but it is 10% off in-stock items, so make sure you mention the code word Notch 6.
And I will spell that out for our listeners. It is NOTCH and the number 6, all is one word. That way there's no confusion. But man, thank you so much. That's a great way. I like being able to tell our listeners, you don't like the sales, go make your own.
Without a doubt. And, I think this is a great code word. And, to save 10% for the holidays, it's a great time. Trains is just a fun hobby, and it should be fun. And if we could pass along some savings, we're more than happy to do so. And, Derek, I just want to appreciate everything you've done and for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. And before we go here and go lay on the couch and watch football and digest all the turkey and other things we've just eaten, let's talk about what Train World is doing. Let's talk about how people can get to Train World. Number one, give them the website again.
It is www.trainworld.com.
Okay, that's the website. You can use the promo code there. Give them your phone number, so if they don't like the internet, I find that interesting saying that. I don't like the internet, but I'm listening to a podcast. Give them the phone number anyway.
You got it. It is 718-436-7072. Again, 718-436-7072. And make sure you mention that Notch 6 code word to receive the 10% off in stock items.
Absolutely. And something else I want to let our listeners know is that if you have questions about the items you're going to order, make sure you talk to one of the Biancos. They know this product like they know the back of their hand. And I know one of the big things is a lot of people have questions before they make purchases, and they want to feel good about what they're about to buy. Ken and Ken Jr. know what they're talking about. If you have questions, when you call the store, don't hesitate to ask for them. They will take care of you. They will make sure you get your questions answered, and they'll make sure your trains get to you in one piece as well.
Without a doubt, Derek.
And one last thing before we go, the other exciting thing, and we mentioned this at the top of the show, what you're doing, and like I said, it takes it a step farther than Notch 6, is a program called Train World TV. And like I said, it takes it a step further than what Notch 6 can do by showing the visuals of some of these new products. If people want to check out Train World TV, where do they find it?
If they want to check out Train World TV, just go to YouTube/Train World TV, or you could type it in the search on YouTube, Train World TV, and we're right there.
Yeah, and just give our listeners an idea of some of the videos that are on there, because you did a ton of work at York, and you've been doing work all year. What are some of the products that you'll see on there?
Yes, so basically we do any hot items, new releases. We do interviews with certain manufacturers. It's just a huge variety of different videos, great informational segments. If you're looking to learn about trains, look at certain new items, to see different manufacturers and their new upcoming releases, it's a great way to see it live.
Very nice. Check out Train World TV on YouTube. You'll love it as much as you love Notch 6. Ken, Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope you guys have an incredibly successful holiday season, and you and I are going to catch up again in 2015 and talk trains some more.
You got it. Thank you so much, Derek, for having me. I really appreciate it. And if you need a train around that Christmas tree, let me know.
Sounds good.
All right, take care.
Thanks for listening to Notch 6, the only podcast dedicated to O-Gauge trains. You can find every episode on our website, notch6.com, or on iTunes and Stitcher. We'll see you again soon. Until then, be sure to keep it in Notch 6. The following has been a production of Notch 6 Media and is intended for private use only. This show may not be copied or redistributed without express written consent. This show copyright 2014, all rights reserved.